Okay, so, so welcome everyone. I will start with can you all see the screen?
Yes, we see the program. Yeah, the All Happy Days. The slide cannot move.
Your face also not moving.
Maybe Pek Kim can help her. Yes. Ariel, you're muted. We are good to go. You're muted.
Okay, so good evening. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'll recite the Toastmaster mission. So we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So I shall now pass on to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, our Sergeant at Arms, Ariel. Thank you. Yes, life is like that. You know, things happen unexpectedly. So let's embrace all the surprises, including all the surprises this evening. Romania, relax, take a deep breath. No kanchong, just relax.
Okay.
Now you take the cue from me. La 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 la.
La 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 la.
All right. Relax, just relax. Pay attention. All right, let me give you an easy one. La la la.
I loosened my scarf. La
Okay.
la la.
Yes, it must be the scarf too tight for you.
Right.
Just relax. Okay. All right. Oh, happy days. Now that our vocals are warm up, let's begin the program proper. Happy, terrific Thursday evening, one and all. Now, most people have difficulty pronouncing her name. She says, we can call her Minnie. Well, she totally agrees that yesterday was history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. Therefore, seize the day. She is my co-Toastmaster of the day, Romania. And it is our privilege and pleasure to be your Toastmasters of the day. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Linda, my co-Toastmaster for the evening. And who is she? How should I describe her? She almost always cannot contain the tune that is in her head. Wonder if we will be treated to some delightful melody. And you know what, Linda?
Yes.
Today, indeed, is really a happy day for me.
Oh, how is that so?
Well, because today I have the opportunity to be your TMD tonight. So indeed, it is really a milestone for me. So my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, if you have the opportunity to ask for a volunteer for some role, just say yes. So even if you do not have the experience or don't know how to do it, just say yes, yes, yes. And also it's because tomorrow is a holiday.
Yes, tomorrow is Good Friday, and that really resonates with our theme this evening. Oh, happy days. So everyone, let's make some good memories and have some fun. Be bold, be brave, just like Romania. She was bold and brave to experiment singing her vocals to help her get out of her comfort zone because she thinks life is too short to be anything but happy. Let me move on to introduce the appointment holders who help us ensure this meeting is run smoothly. Earlier on, she reminds us of our Toastmasters mission. She endeavors to start the meeting punctually, but due to technical hiccups, we can't blame her. She doubles up as the Zoom master, and she's going to manage the slides for us this evening. That was our Sergeant at Arms, Ariel Wu. And to help us keep track of the time taken by all our speakers, using the virtual background, later on you'll see the green, yellow, and the red as the signal. The timer this evening is Presentation Mastery Level 1, Sandra Pua. And of course, tracking the is our R counter, who will also be capturing the best memories and moments is our photographer, distinguished Toastmaster Eric Tang. And what else do we have? Providing the visual tonight, later on you'll see on our slides, is our creative director, Shirley Chia. Thank you very much, appointment holders. Let's give them some encouragement. Woohoo! With our wave. Over to you, Romania.
Thank you, appointment holders. I shall now welcome Club President for her opening speech. Let's welcome Persuasive Influence Level 4, Francisco. Over to you, Francis.
Thank you, Romania. Zoom Master, can we play the video?
Yes.
Thank you. You got to increase your volume. Oh, still no sound?
Jackie, you must ensure that you include the audio when you share screen. You want to try again?
Sure.
You ready?
Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy
Come here.
day.
Come here and stand over here.
When Jesus washed.
When Jesus washed.
When Jesus washed.
When Jesus washed.
Jesus washed.
When Jesus washed.
My sins away.
Y'all gonna have to do better than this.
Oh, happy day.
All right, you guys, take your cue from me.
La 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 la. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
When Jesus was.
When Jesus washed.
Jesus was.
When Jesus washed.
My Jesus was.
When Jesus washed.
Wash my sins away. La 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 la.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
Let's party.
He taught me how to walk. Fight and pray. Fight and pray.
And he taught me how to live.
Yes, he taught me. Every
Thank you, Zoo Master. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters, our old friends and new friends. Thank you for taking the time to come to our AIA Toastmasters chapter meeting. About 1.5 weeks ago, I stumbled upon this YouTube. I'm sure some of you may recall this movie. It's an old movie, Sister Act. I love that song and was humming it the whole day. That makes me feel blissful. That afternoon, an American friend sent a text message to one of my chat group. He said, "Hi family, let's make this a happy day. Let's go." Then 10 other people in the chat says, "Let's do it." Interestingly, that day, we did receive a couple of happy news in that chat. That American friend who sent the first text message, he made 60,000 profit from his NFT trade, and he's a newbie. Another friend in the chat received news that she's going to be a grandma soon. One of them, a Russian lady living in Poland, she finally gets to meet her dad after losing contact due to the Russia-Ukraine war. Before losing contact, her father was telling her that he was running low on food supplies, but dare not get out of the house to get any food. It was worrying for her. That day, we cheered and were happy for them. It's amazing that it can be so easy to be happy. It can start with just a song. It can start with just a decision to be happy. It can start with showing some kindness to people. Come to think of it, we have all the reasons to be happy. Being able to wake up to a brand new day, to another day, having a roof over our head and food on the table, living in Singapore, where there's no natural disaster and war. My friends, like the lyric says, let's live rejoicing every day. Let's have a happy day. Let's go. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Wow, thank you, Club President, urging us to be grateful and to be happy, to be mindful of what we have. Yes, when we focus on what we have, definitely we can find happiness. Next up, a good word can brighten your day. But though it's almost the end of the day, Freddie says, wasted days and wasted night. But I say, it's better late than never. Elvis says, it's now or never. Well, a good word we will have from our language evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster John C. Over to you, John.
Thank you, Linda. Good evening, President, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. It's now, not never. I'll start with sharing with you my screen. I'll show you the word of the evening. I'm sure you love this word. It's a verb. And on the count of 3, can I invite all of you to pronounce the word? 1, 2, 3, go.
Espouse.
House.
Can all of you do it for me, please? 1, 2, 3, go.
Espouse.
House.
It's not eh, it's I.
Not espouse.
Yes, it's espouse. It's a Z sound. So it's espouse. 1, 2, 3, go.
House.
Thank you. Much better. The meaning of espouse is to adopt a cause, a belief, or a way of life. It could mean to become attached to support, to embrace, to accept, to marry also. That's where the word spouse comes from. So this evening, for our guests, if you speak tonight, I'd like you to weave in this word in your speeches. Let me give you an example on how we can use this word, espouse. Although evaluations could be harsh, Toastmasters have the grace to espouse the criticisms and strive for improvement. And that's what Toastmasters is all about. We strive for improvement. My dear fellow Toastmasters, let me share screen once again. Let me show you the next slide. The attractiveness of correct grammar cannot be overstated. And Confucius observed, everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. As a language evaluator, I try to see the beauty of each and everyone's use of your language this evening. And Dale Carnegie said, I will speak ill of no man and speak all the good I know of everybody. And that is what I will do. And for our guests who have joined us for the very first time, especially my three special guests, I think Evelyn and Summer, Mr. Zig Ziglar advised, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Your journey begins here. So let's welcome Romania and Linda, please.
Thank you for the word of the day, John. And challenge everyone, please challenge yourself to use the word espouse. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Now, let's begin our prepared speech segments. This evening, we have 4 articulate and eloquent speakers. To break the ground, the first speaker will be delivering from Presentation Mastery Pathways Level 1, Project 2, Evaluation and Feedback. I shall now invite the evaluator, Chiara, to read out the purpose statement for this project. Over to you, Chiara.
Hi, all right. So Christine's purpose for her speech is for her to present a speech and receive feedback from her evaluator, which in this case would be me. All the best, Christine.
The evaluator is Chiara Sam. Thank you, Chiara. The timing for this project is 5 to 7 minutes. Our timer, Sandra, will show the timing sequence is as follows. At the 5th minute, the green background will be shown. At the 6th minute, the yellow background will be shown. At the 7th minute, the red background will be shown. After which, the speaker will have 30 seconds to conclude her speech before the bell rings. The title of her speech is Chili 1. Our first speaker is passionate about caring and helping others. She strongly believes that this is not just another job, but a calling. Learning and growth excite her. Some of the things she loves to do are reading with her favorite music makes her contented. Tea appreciation that helps her slow down, relax, and savor the moments of silence. And walking in the streets of the foreign land and sampling local cuisines bring her memories. Next time, please come with me in Palawan. Let us welcome Motivational Strategies Level 1. Christine Wu. Christine, please remember to pin the timer. Over to you, Christine.
In 1998, I just came to Singapore to study. One day at lunchtime, my Singaporean classmate and I went to a nearby hawker center to have a quick lunch. I insisted that the lunch would be on me and let me place the order. My classmate then took one step back and let me talk to the owner of the store. My dear friends, this is my first time to order food from a hawker. I was a bit nervous. Uncle, I would like to have 2 bowls of dumpling noodles. The uncle placed 2 bowls on the counter and started to prepare the sauce in 2 bowls. All went well. Chili 1. Chili 1. Chili 2. I replied hesitantly. The uncle stopped stirring the sauce, raised his eyes to look at me. My friend behind quickly pulled me aside and repeated to the uncle, Chili 1, Chili 1, with an apologetic smile in her face. I blurted out to my friend, but we both like chili. Chili 1, Chili 1. My friend repeated again to the uncle. The uncle lowered his eyes, scooped the chili into 2 bowls, and resumed stirring the sauce. After we brought our wonton noodles back to our seats, my friend started to laugh so hard until she teared. Christine, you are so funny. Uncle was actually asking if you want to have chili. What? Chili 1 means, do you want chili? Yes, my friend, dabbing away the tears from the corners of her eyes. I'm not trying to be funny. I didn't understand him. I felt so embarrassed. My friend comforted me. It's okay, Christine. You see, Uncle is very busy selling noodles. The queue is so long, which is easier for him. Chili 1, or do you want chili? But he said 1, not want, I argued. Sweetie, I have to tell you something about Singlish. You will have to learn to understand this lazy way of speaking. In Singlish, the consonant is often omitted. My dear friends, could you imagine my culture shock? I came from China 23 years ago. English to us was a foreign language to learn in school only. I learned to read, listen, and write, but I seldom spoke in English in our daily life, except in our English oral classes. Even when I learned to speak, I spoke what was written in the books. It was not colloquial. So in that hawker center, I was totally lost in the hawker's question and made a funny mistake. I lamented to my friend that they should speak properly to us foreigners. My friend looked at me laughingly and said, Christine, which is easier? You learn to understand the uncle and get your food right, or get the uncle to speak like a British. Wake up. After this encounter, I started to learn to understand the unique ways of Singlish. For example, change R sound to L sound, such as oling, which is orange. Speaking short phrase or simplify it to just one word, such as how, which is actually asking, how are you? Or how have you been? Or what to do? Another example, mixed with Malay words and Chinese dialects, such as they o gosong. One breakthrough came when I used Chinese grammatical structure to decipher some Singlish expressions. All became much easier to understand. For example, chili 1, in that mistake, in colloquial Chinese, we also say 辣椒要吗? Well, getting myself familiar with these unique ways of spoken English, I started to see language is actually living and evolving. I became more appreciative of my Chinese roots. I started to be more open to the diversities of cultures. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we should focus more on understanding on one another. We should focus more on accepting, espouse one another's uniqueness, and we should just laugh about it at the funny moment of mistakes. As the Chinese saying goes, 入乡随俗, which means in Rome, do as the Romans do. I believe through the constant understanding, constant learning, constantly espouse each other's uniqueness, we will be able to connect better. Hey, now I feel like ordering a wonton noodles for my dinner today. Would you like me to dabao for you? Chili one? Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Christy. One. Yes, chili one. Thank you for your sharing with us your humorous encounter at your first order at the Singapore Hawker Center. Definitely a very memorable one. Let's move on with our second speaker who will be delivering from the Motivational Strategies Pathway Level 2, Project 1 on understanding your communication style. Definitely not a 1. Let's have the evaluator to read the purpose statement. Over to you, Keith.
Good evening, everyone. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify his or her primary style. The purpose of this speech is also for the member to share the impact of his style on others. For the
Thank
best,
you.
Kevin.
Yes, thank you, Keith. Since the timing sequence for this project is similar as the earlier speaker, I shall not repeat. The title of his speech is Faithfulness. The speaker is a financial advisor who is a keen learner, always looking for new and cutting-edge skills and knowledge. He is a firm believer in putting knowledge to practice and seeing visible results. To him, the best is always yet to be. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands, wave, and welcome Motivational Strategies Level 1, Kevin Lim. Remember to pin the timer, Kevin, and over to you.
Good evening, Club President, fellow Toastmasters, and friends. A story was told about a young man who was attracted to a young lady. The man was an undergraduate in a local university, while the lady an undergraduate from a UK university. They got together as a couple. Every school holiday, the lady would return to Singapore. They dated on a regular basis. While physically apart, the couple continued to keep in communication. They chatted weekly over the first generation dial-up internet messaging platform called ICQ. They made long-distance phone calls and they snail-mailed each other. Eventually, they settled down and they got married. 1 year after marriage, the lady received a scholarship to continue her master's education in the UK. And off she went again. Thereafter, they had three children, and 10 months after the birth of the third child, the lady left for the UK yet again, this time for a 3-year PhD. 5 years of courtship and 19 years of marriage, the couple today is still going strong. All these years, there were a lot of mutual communication, a lot of understanding, and a lot of persevering. It wasn't easy for the man to be left behind with 3 young dependents. While taking care of the children's daily needs, work continues, social life continues, and school activities continues. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the man in the story, and the lady, my first girlfriend, my current wife, and my only wife. Faithfulness. Faithfulness is a virtue. Faithfulness is a commitment. Faithfulness, when strictly adhered to, sees the fruits that can be harvested. Faithfulness will ensure that tasks can be completed. Faithfulness is a byproduct of communications and expectations set. In my story, without clear communications and expectations, faithfulness will or may be absent. A clear mutual understanding was set before every study endeavor. Questions like, what is the purpose of the study? How does it enhance your career? How does long-distance relationship affect our family life, especially the children? Who will be the children's primary caregiver? How do I continue to work effectively while juggling different tasks in different spheres at the same time? We discussed, we argued, and we finally agreed and concluded to proceed as planned. Once this was established, we set our hearts and our minds to remain faithful to each other and to the goal that was set. Whether it was a valley situation or a mountaintop experience, we agreed to be faithful, to stick to the cause. Faithfulness in keeping to the spoken word and faithfulness in ensuring actions follow thereafter. That was how we overcame the odds. My friends, allow me to share the 3 steps of how we can remain faithful through effective communications. Number 1, lay down expectations right from the start. Number 2, always, and I say always, have regular 2-way communications. Number 3, and lastly, adjust expectations as we progress over time. Are we faithful in the task that we embark on? To the promises that we give to people, to our spouses, to our children, to our colleagues, bosses, subordinates, to our clients? Maybe we struggle in being faithful because there's a lack of communication and expectations set. For those who are here right now, who have spouses and partners, let me throw you a challenge to start off by ending this day with communicating to your other half that you will be faithful to see to the success of a great relationship together. Some of you may start off on Monday morning by communicating to your bosses or subordinates that you will be faithful to see to their successes. Others may want to consider to communicate to your clients that you will be faithful to see through the success for the work that you have done for them. Take this step. Trust me, this will guarantee to bring a smile on their faces and a warmth in their hearts. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Kevin, for that encouraging speech. If we are to move forward, we must espouse this faithfulness approach in our lives. And we can start after this meeting. The next speaker, delivering from Persuasive Influence Pathways Level 3, Project to inspire your audience. I shall now invite the evaluator to read out the purpose statement for this project. Over to you, Mike.
Toastmasters Margaret, a blessed evening to you and everyone else. The purpose of this project is for Margaret, Toastmasters Margaret, to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspires others. The purpose of this speech is also for the member to inspire the audience. All the best.
The evaluator is Mike Boone. Thank you, Mike. Since the timing sequence is the same as the previous speaker, then I shall not repeat. Our third speaker is a financial services consultant with AIA Singapore, advising her clients on wealth protection and wealth accumulation. Trusted through generations, she dances to the beat of trees and drops into the arms of alliteration. She is someone who loves to flirt with fun and enjoy an affair with words. Let's have some fun together and welcome our past president, Division G Director, and Strategic Relationships Level 5, Persuasive Influence Level 2, Margaret Lowe. Over to you, Margaret.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, Romania. Good evening, Club President, our distinguished guests, and Uncle Chow. How many of you have been told by your VPE that you are great speaker material and you should contest at your club contest? Hands up. Yes, I see many hands. Then you go, then what do I say at the contest? Or you will say, yes, I will win this one. When I first joined the club, there stood on the stage some serial winners. We have the Linda Lee and we have the shameless Zuo Shuzhen. Look who's speaking. With them around, I had no chance of being placed, let alone win. For 2 contests, I thought, it'll be fun. Just get some experience and make up the numbers so that they look good when they win. Then later on, I found out, wow, they really know their stuff. So secretly, I prayed and wished maybe next contest, they don't contest, then maybe a newbie like me will have a chance. Of course, we had fun, we had laugh, that a lot of. And there by the table, the trophies were lined up. They dazzled and shined and glittered, bidding me farewell. The defeat was crushing. The reflections were depressing and needed an awakening. I espoused DTM. D, are you decided or are you deciding? Decide what? To win that prize. I decided I didn't want to make up the numbers anymore. I wanted to claim that prize. But how? We have all these champions in our midst. What's their secret? Were they born champion speakers? Will they teach me? Can I be like them? T, take action. But how? Hey, these are champions, right? They know their stuff. And they seem like very nice people. Why don't we ask them? So we invited the past winner, District 80 2011 International Speech, second runner-up, District 80 2018 International Speech, first runner-up. Wow. Who's that? For the first time in AIA, in the history of AIA, we had a speech contest workshop delivered by that one member that rose up to that stage. Our very own shameless past president, Zuo Shuzhen. Too bad she's not here to hear this. Look who's speaking. AIA had a speech contest workshop for the first time. Our shameless past president said this to me. Okay, you go and write your speech. What's the first thing you do to get a winning speech? Zhen will say, a speech, of course, a script, a winning script. Zhen, where can I come up with another speech? Use the last one. The last one. But I used that already. The audience heard that already. Isn't it embarrassing to say the same thing again? Friends, did you know that you can rewrite and write to make it sharper, more impactful, and touch the heart of the audience every time? Did you know that you can deliver the same speech in a different way to a different audience and have a different feel? Did you know that some judges will take to you, some will not? Look who's speaking. The wind was blowing, the thunder crashing, and I cried. Sounds familiar? Of course, that's the opening line of our very own From the Little Red Dot in the last 2 World Championship of Public Speaking, Kin Ng. Kin progressed from quarterfinals to the finals in the following term. If that's not about more impact and more power, I don't know what would be. Wow, look who's speaking. Hinton shares another tip. You want another tip, ladies and gentlemen? To win that contest? Go forth and multiply. Multiply your speech, multiply your audience, multiply your feedback. Head out to all the best clubs in Singapore and test out your speech. The most well-intended Toastmasters will give you their evaluation, sometimes whether you want it or not. Finally, M, make the magic happen. You have crafted your speech. You have rehearsed until we can hear it in your sleep. And now, step up the stage and let the magic flow. Back in 2017, I clinched the second and the first runner-up in the International Speech and Table Topic Contest in AIA. Following that, in 2018, I proceeded to Division International Speech, having clinched second runner-up in the Area G4 contest. Hey, look who's speaking. At this time, I would like to thank my speech mentors, Eric, Gerald, Linda, Suchan, Haida, Hakim, Wiki, and the many, many names in our Toastmasters community for being part of my journey. And many of you have given me that extra encouragement to take those steps with confidence. As you can see, it takes a village to raise a speaker. Today, I see many of you embarking on that same journey. Espouse DTM in your journey. D, make that decision. T, take that action. M, make the magic happen. I would like to share some collage of the fun times that we had. What are you waiting for? Back to you, Contest Toastmaster.
Wow. There
And
you
this
see
is
me.
the community, and look at the bountiful harvest we had that day. This is a Division G area contest in 2018.
Thank you. Thank you, Margaret, for inspiring the audience with your honest confession. Don't worry, Margaret, we sometimes miss the mark and drop the ball. We all do. But with every miss and every drop, we get better, okay? Only if we are serious in our learning. Our final speaker, I understand that, let me see, she is caught up with some very important appointment. Kiki Is she ready? She's good to
I'm
go?
ready. I'm
All
here.
right, she is good to go. See, this is what life is all about. We make adjustment, we adapt, and we get better. Okay, our final speaker, she will be delivering from the Persuasive Influence Pathways, Level 3, Project 1 on Understanding Conflict Resolution. Evaluator Bridget, could you kindly read the purpose statement for us? Over to you, Bridget.
The purpose of the project is for the member to develop or enhance her understanding of the steps and strategies to address conflicts. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of her experience learning about and for resolving conflicts. All the best, Cindy.
Wow, thank you very much, Bridget. Serious subject. The title of her speech, not so serious. Hong Kong Cafe. Phew. She's charming, candid, and comical. Her aim in life is to find contentment in savoring the various cuisines of the world. Everyone here is welcome to join her in her quest for contentment in indulgence. Ladies and gentlemen, who is she? She is proficient in dynamic leadership and also at level 2 for persuasive influence. Let's put our hands together to welcome Cindy. Cindy, over to you, and remember to pin the timer, Cindy.
Thank you, Toast Lady of the Day, Toastmaster of the Day. Just give me a minute while I pin the timer. Hold on. Let me see if I can find our timer. Apologies, I am using the mobile phone, so it is a little bit challenging. Kindly advise, who is the timer today?
Sandra.
Okay, I saw Sandra. Okay, thank you. Good evening, fellow friends, club president, fellow Toastmasters. Do you think we are all different? This, regardless of whether we're men or women, elderly or the young, professionals or people out in the working fields, aren't we all different? Human beings are made differently. There is a saying, women are from Venus and men are from Mars. How many of you agree with that statement? Kindly raise your hand up. Okay, I see a few hands raised up. Thank you. Do you really subscribe to that? Don't you think that we are all similar, but yet very different? Aren't we all made up of different personalities? And most important of all, don't we all have different preference? Some prefer coffee, some prefer tea, some people prefer in between, and some people prefer other beverages. Today, I'd like to share with you a very interesting event that happened to me about approximately 6 years ago. I used to be part of a team where we have different leaders in an organization. Nothing to do with Toastmasters, nothing to do with insurance, in case you're wondering. This is a leadership opportunity that I had the opportunity to undertake. So I took care of a group of people, and I have fellow other leaders who also took care of different groups of people. And we all belong to a certain organization. So one day I received a call from a very close friend who is part of the group where I lead. So he said, "Hey, Cindy, I have something to share with you." I hesitated, but I still have to speak to you. And he said, "Today I received a private message on my Facebook Messenger. Later on, this person who found me on Facebook dropped me a message and said, 'Hi, so-and-so, do you remember me? We met approximately a month ago at a gathering we were at a certain place at a certain time.'" So the person that called me and said, I thought hard about it, and I roughly can remember who this person is. And then he told me further, guess what? He made
a very interesting proposition towards me, and it was an indecent one. To my horror, I wondered, oh, is that true? And I asked the person on the line, can you really confirm that it was an indecent proposition? He said, yes. Could you kindly let this person or the leader of this person know that I am not interested in this proposition and please do not contact me? I said, okay, I will, let me investigate, let me find out. I will get back to you. So with the call went off and I pondered for a while. Wow, the person that called me is in his early 30s. The person that made an indecent proposition is in his early 20s. Regardless about age, it is an interesting topic and an appalling proposition. After hesitating for many moments, thinking through how should I go about it, I decided, all right, I am going to call the person that contacted and find out what's happening. But before that, I thought, maybe I should contact the leader and find out and have a word with that leader before I decided to speak to the other individual. So I hesitated, I took up the phone and I decided to make that call, and indeed I made it. After that, I found out that the person that picked up my call, the leader of the other individual, Cindy, are you really sure this happened? Couldn't be. Impossible. I think there must be some miscommunication or even misrepresentation. So I said, hey, look, for someone to tell me that the other individual contacted my member via Facebook, made a call and said, hey, I would like to date you out to a certain swimming pool at a certain date at a certain time. As someone of the same gender, do you think that is appropriate? I actually asked the leader, and the leader was speechless. He kept quiet and said, all right, let me find out. I said, okay, but do speak to him in a calm way, find out the background before we continue. We put down the phone, and then within the next 5 seconds, or rather the next 10 seconds, I received multiple texts. This is a mistake. There is a miscommunication. No such thing happened. But before I knew it, words started to appear more on my WhatsApp. I could feel the intensity of how serious the topic was. And then followed by another call. This time was the other leader. And he said, Cindy, no such thing. Have you seen my WhatsApp? That's all. End of story. Just miscommunication. Please ask the person not to think too much. I said, you sound very furious. You sound very upset. But did you really have a good chat with him? So conclusion was, at the end of the conversation, heated words were exchanged. You could feel the anger, the frustration between both parties, me and the other leader. So the analogy of it is just like coffee and tea. Aren't we all different? Things may happen, yes, in an unexpected scenario. Emotions may get involved. But does one take a pause and think about, was there miscommunication? Number one. Number two, how could we have dealt with it better? Did the emotions get the better of us? And lastly, how could we reconcile the differences in the leadership, or rather the miscommunication that happened between the two leaders? Dear friends, coffee and tea. Have you ever had coffee and tea mixed together? There's a famous drink in Hong Kong called the Hong Kong coffee. If for simple English term, it's called yin yang coffee. It's a mixture of both coffee and tea. In difficult times, once it's mixed together, it can create wonderful drinks. Coffee and tea, Hong Kong coffee. I found my resolution because conclusion is we found our peace. I have found my peace and it ended in a wonderful way. What's your coffee and tea? What's your Yin Yang coffee? What's your Hong Kong coffee? If you're ever faced with such situation, consider the drink, Yin Yang coffee. Sometimes differences does make things better. And once conflict is solved, it makes the situation a much better one. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Cindy, for that piece. I will definitely try that coffee. There you have heard all our 4 prepared speeches. Isn't it hot, enriching, and very, very motivating? That brings us to the end of the prepared speech segment. Before we poll for the best speaker, let us look at the timer's report. Over to you, Sandra.
I'll just say it out. For Christine, it's 6 minutes, 16 seconds. Kevin, 7 minutes. Margaret, 7 minutes, 26 seconds. Cindy, 8 minutes, 12 seconds. So all qualified except Cindy.
Thank you, Sandra. Zoom Master, may we have the poll, please?
Ariel, I don't have the right to launch the pool. I tried to launch, but it's unable. Are you able to launch it?
Okay, I launched. The
Okay,
poll has
okay.
been launched. Please vote for the first 3 speakers. Thank you. Five more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the poll is closed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let us move on to our next segment, the stimulating and enticing table topics. His definition of a happy life are a life that maximizes his potential, a life that makes a difference, and a life with purpose. Tonight, he will help us to uncover and discover the secret to happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands to welcome the table topic master, the other Eric Tan. Over to you, Eric.
Thank you, Toastmaster Linda, club president, fellow Toastmaster, and welcome guests. Good evening. Right now, you're going to have an opportunity to participate in one of the most interesting and exciting portion of a Toastmaster meeting, the table topic session. The purpose of table topic is to have members practice quick thinking and speaking on their feet. The skill of speaking on our feet will help us throughout our work career and also give us valuable insight in our home life as well. To help you practice today, I've prepared a few topics that hopefully will empower the goal. Table topics are very short. Your presentation should be last from 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, the timer will show the green light. At 1.5 minutes, the timer will show the yellow light. And at 2 minutes, the timer will show the red light. After you see the red light, you have another 30 seconds to begin to finish your talk. It is important to remember that once you see the green light, you have met your goals and you can start to end your talk. Since the purpose of table topic is to have meeting participants practice quick thinking and speaking on their feet, I encourage everyone, members and guests, to give it a try. To ensure that this happens, I may call on anyone to participate. Now, let's begin today's table topic. I would like to invite the first volunteer. Anybody? Maybe I'd like to have Kiki. Today's theme is about happiness. Kiki, would you like to choose a box 1 to 6?
Okay. Number 3.
Number 3, here we go. Which makes you happier? Spending money or saving money? Remember to pin the timer.
Which makes me happier, spending money or saving money? I would say on the during my earlier days in my 20s, spending money gave me the adrenaline to the happiness that I could never experience because I first started earning my own income, and the ability to spend it on whatever I wish to buy gave me the sense of freedom that I had never experienced before. That was super happy. And as I age into my 30s and as I progress into my career, I started to appreciate the little pain but sweetness of saving money. And that kind of overpowers spending, the joy of spending. And as I see the amount grow in my bank account, that gave me assurance, and that assurance is beyond happiness right now. That gives me the sense of security that comes with a greater happiness that I learned to appreciate. So I would say at this moment, saving money gives me more happiness than spending. How about you? Back to you, table topic master of the day, Eric.
Thank you, Kiki. So from Kiki, we realized that our choices does change over age. Can I have the next volunteer? Tick, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. How about Meg? Meg, are you there?
No.
I don't see Meg around.
Okay. How about
What
Gordon?
about our guest?
Oh, how about guests? Yes, that's right. This is usually a time that everybody will off their camera and pretend they are not around. How about Gordon? Do you want to give it a try, Gordon?
Yay!
Okay, that's fine.
Which number would you like?
I'll take 5.
5. Number 5. Here we go. Who do you think are happier? Single people or married people? Gordon,
Well,
please give the timer.
Well, although I'm married, I should say it's married people. Okay, because it's a sense of contention. You have got your wholesome family. Like it says, home sweet home. That's what it meant. A family where you have people to be with you, especially after a hard day's work. You reach home, you try not to be alone. Okay, so I have no qualms after being married for many, many years. I enjoy my family life. So speaking from that point, I would say married people, in my opinion, should be married if you do have the right spouse and the right kind of family surrounding. Now, insofar as single people are concerned, I do have a little joke, which someone told me before I get married. There are 3 rings in life. You people might have heard of it. The first one being an engagement ring. Okay, that's very clear. Now, when you're married, you have another ring. That's called the wedding ring. Next, and the most important that people don't like for married people you have the third ring. It's called suffering. So that's what I would say as part of this session. Back to you, table topic master. Thank you.
Especially if you don't marry the right spouse, right?
Yeah, thank you, Gordon, for that. 3 little rings, and I think importantly, the right spouse. Next up, maybe I would like to invite one of our guests, maybe Aiting. Would you like to choose a number? I saw her mouth move. Walao eh. Let's be happy.
Number 1.
Come. Number 1. Number 1 coming up. Is your happiness dependent on other people or yourself?
My happiness depending on others or myself. I feel that my happiness will depend on myself because I have the choice to choose to be happy or not happy. Every day when we wake up, it's our choice to be happy, to face for the whole day challenge. Then end of the day, we have to review whether I'm happy on today. Yeah, this is what I thought. Thank you.
Thank you, IT. So she believes of happiness is upon ourselves. Now, let's go for one last one. Maybe I would like to invite Arisa. Is that how you pronounce your name? My other brother, other half.
Your sister-in-law lah.
Oh, my sister-in-law.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Come, left. 3 more boxes. Please
Number
choose
2,
one
please.
box. Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2 coming up. If you could transport to the happiest place in the world, where would you be and why?
Thank you, table topic masters. Good evening, everyone. For me, it's very simple. I believe most of the people also have the same in mind. When we are able to live with the moment, with the happy, that is the happiest place where we should appreciate. Every morning when we wake up, it is good enough that we are able to wake up and see the world. For me, I'm really happy to be here now at this moment and enjoy everything that I do, appreciate things that I have. So guys, our life is so short. Why not we live happily and transform our happy to the people around us so that they can receive the positive, the happy from us transfer to you. Today is one of the day of Thailand New Year. So I know everyone know that it's Songkran, and I wish everyone happy too. With this, thank you very much. Over to you, table topic master. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, happiness is in the moment. And now, thank you very much for participating in today's table topic segment. I'm both amazed and amused by the speakers. And I enjoy your talks, and I'm proud for all of you, to taking charge of improving your speaking abilities. Can I now call upon the timer and have the timer's report?
Kiki is 2 minutes. Gordon, 1 minute 44 seconds. I think 36 seconds. Arisa, 1 minute 36 seconds. So all qualified except I think.
Okay, all are eligible for voting except I think. Zoom Master, are you ready? Kindly put the poll for us to vote.
Can Eric help me to launch the poll? I updated already. Thanks.
Done. Okay, closing the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Poll closed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eric. And I hope today's table topic, you will be able to find your happiness in wherever and whatever you are doing. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Eric. Those table topic master, Eric. And thank you for those brilliant improvisation table topic speakers. It's 8:20 p.m. now. Before we go on a 10-minute for a break, let's switch on our videos and show your happy and beautiful faces for photos. Yes, sir.
Eric, you're taking for us, yeah, Eric?
Okay. Smile. 1, 2, 3. Smile. One more. 1, 2, 3. Funny face. Okay, done.
So go ahead and see you shortly. Enjoy your short break. See you all at 8:25.
That's 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
My 4 minutes. Okay, my watch is so advanced.
It's okay.
Hey, I'm not smiling that one. Some more.
You every time take picture, always close eyes on.
Yeah, wrong one. Take the other one.
Freeze. In time.
Ooh. Oh, lucky I have the one that is everybody smiling. Dun, dun.
With my eyes open?
Yeah.
What? No, not this one.
Oh no, not this one. It's the other
Oh
one.
yeah, have. Okay, good. This one passed. Can we play that slides
Music?
again? Yeah, play that slide again. Just now that one didn't come out.
Why? It came out.
Nicely. Maybe did it come out? Because it looked like it was always between screens. Okay.
Yeah.
You also blur.
Then that you have to blame the photographer.
Play with a bit of music lah. You see all these crazy people. This one stress. You see this face?
This one is crazy already.
Stress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Look at the Siamese twins there. The one called there, CK and Linda.
Join at the hip.
Join at the waist.
Linda,
This
closing
was
That
your
was a
eyes.
good harvest. This was a very
Sun-
good harvest.
Sunshine. Miss Sunshine.
Yes.
The sun is so bright that Linda closed her eyes.
Yes. Oh, June was there. See our
Yes.
champion here.
There were 2 champions that day, 3 champions. I didn't show the rest. There are all here, all here. The champions are all here.
Champions are here. Don't know.
1 more minute.
Look at all the.
Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
All right, let's get back. It is 8:25. We have to buy time here. Moving on is the speech evaluation segment. Feedback is essential in speech training to help overcome weaknesses and to build on strengths. Each evaluator is given 2 to 3 minutes. Timing sequence is in this manner. On the 2nd minute, the green background where Sandra will show, the green background will be shown, after which 2 minutes, 30 seconds, the yellow background, and on the 3rd minute, the red background will be shown. After which the speaker, the evaluator, will have 30 seconds to conclude the evaluation before the bell rings. Our evaluators tonight are esteemed guests from the various clubs. We deeply appreciate your presence with us and we welcome you to experience the AIA Toastmasters energy. We move on. Our first evaluator, evaluating Christie's speech. Chile 1. She hails from Temasek Polytechnic Toastmasters Club. This evaluator is currently a 3rd-year student pursuing law and management in the business school of Temasek Polytechnic. She holds a great interest in education, in educational, legal, and political sector. Her favorite quote is, "Be so good that they can't ignore you." Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our AIA welcome wave to Kiara Sam. Over to you, Kiara. Did I get your name, pronounce your name correctly?
Hi, thank you, Madam Toastmaster. My name is Kiara Sam. It's short for Samuel, so yeah. All right, thank you so much. Okay.
Looking
Hi,
for the
Christine.
timer?
Yeah,
For the time.
Okay, I'll start my speech. Hi, Christine. I really did enjoy your speech. I thought it was really funny, and I feel that you really did expressed your whole foreignness to Singapore very well. So with my evaluation, I will split my evaluation into 2 parts. Firstly, I'll comment on your execution and then later on your content. I think that you've got a really expressive body language, whether it was the uncle trying to stir in the soup or how shocked you were. I didn't have to guess too much about how you were feeling when the event took place. So really props to you for that. And I think you've also got a wonderful range of vocab. It's not just the simple words, but it's also not too difficult to the point that the lay person wouldn't actually understand you. So execution-wise, I think it was genuinely a wonderful speech. If we move on to the content part, I think it was wonderful that you espoused your own cultural identity as a Chinese national in a foreign Singapore through the usage of all of your Mandarin idioms. I didn't really catch them. I'm not fantastic at Chinese, but all of your Mandarin idioms, and also how you just described how difficult it was, the whole culture shock thing. I think that was a wonderful depiction on your life as a foreigner. Other than that, we can now move on to the areas that you want to work in, not to say that your speech wasn't already wonderful the way it is, right? I think that although you have great and expressive body language, sometimes it may be a little bit too distracting. So I think we would want to work on reducing the number of bodily movement that has contained less meaning than your expressive one. For example, the way you sway back and forth or side to side a bit too often. I feel that it does not do your speech justice because it shows that you lack confidence, which you do not have any reason to do that because the content of your speech was immaculate, right? And other than that, how you move your arms in certain manners due to the amount of the repetition may seem a little bit distracting. Again, I want to listen to your speech. It was wonderful to listen to. I do not want to be distracted by anything else. The last part is, I know this is a little bit difficult for some people, but I would consider speaking without a script or at least looking more directly towards the camera. The thing is with speaking through, a screen, right? You don't necessarily, you're not really able to look at the people and look at the camera at the same time. But the thing is, we can only see that you're looking at us if you're actually looking at the camera and not directly at us. I know it's an odd predicament, but it is what it is. And speaking without a script will always be scary. I've done public speaking for half my life and I only turned 20 this year. And even then, it's still a struggle to me, but speaking without a script does actually make your overall speech sound a little bit more genuine. Overall, I think it was a wonderful speech. I had a great time listening to it, and I think you're a wonderful speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiara, for evaluating Christine's speech, such a concise and powerful evaluation. Since the timing sequence is the same as the previous speakers, then I shall not repeat. Our second evaluator evaluating Kevin's speech is the VPM of Breakthrough Toastmasters Club. Our evaluator loves exploring new ideas and finding practical ways to uncover the team's strengths. He is passionate about cultivating strong leadership and coaching culture organization. Let's give a warm welcome to Persuasive Influence Level 2, Keith Lowe. Over to you, Keith.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, and very good evening, everyone. Kevin, I hope that you are having a terrific Thursday. Kevin, I want to ask whether you are a pastor, because you certainly speak like one. You took a very, very creative and interesting approach in tackling your project purpose, instead of giving us a very conventional research report on communication styles, which we have no lack of information on. You actually took us on a very personal journey on your communication style with your first girlfriend, the love of your life, your lovely wife. Let me begin with some commendations of your speech. You began your speech with a story about two undergraduates who fell in love, got married, and eventually started a family together. But the journey was not without challenges. You revealed that the story was actually about you. And I find that this is an excellent hook to begin your speech, because information tells, but story sells. Just by listening to your story, I want to find out more about your life story. I want to find out more about you as a person, Kevin. So I think that was an excellent hook and an excellent beginning. I love the way you slow down to emphasize certain words such as original, instant messaging, ICQ, right? This gives tremendous emphasis on what you're trying to say. And you intentionally slow down to pronounce persevering, something like that, all right? And you drive home your point, all right? Even if we don't remember that paragraph or that part of the speech, we remember the point that you want, you meant to drive home. You then shared with us the importance of faithfulness using a very, very good rhetorical device called anaphora, where you repeated a set of words at the beginning of each sentence. Faithfulness is a virtue. Faithfulness is a byproduct. Faithfulness is something. Anaphora, excellent way to structure the body of your speech. And then you gave us 3 tips to espouse faithfulness: lay down expectation, two-way communication, adjust expectation. And the power of 3 is always very timely and timeless. You ended by challenging your audience with a call to action. People don't remember what you say, but they remember how you make them feel. I felt challenged to do better in my own relationship as well. Some recommendations, Kevin. You could see that you were trying to establish eye contact, but at the same time, perhaps you were looking at the script or some pointers. So I just want to encourage you to Not memorize your script, but internalize, because it's your story to tell and no one else can tell that story. I want to encourage you to vary your tone, especially when it involves emotion. Let us feel the joy and pain together with you. All in all, although your journey is one less traveled, you had the grace to inspire the hallmark of faithfulness. Your story is inspiring and impactful. I wish to challenge you, Kevin, to turn your trials into testimony, to empower marriages and relationships. Faithfulness in small things is a big thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. I am so captivated by your captivating smile, very encouraging smile throughout your presentation. Thank you for that perceptive and penetrative evaluation. Wonderful. Moving on to our third evaluator, evaluating Margaret's speech, is someone visiting from Kent Hill Toastmasters Club. He is a proud and happy grandfather of 4. Oh, no way. 4 adorable grandchildren. His Toastmasters journey is ongoing and still learning and enjoying every moment of it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands to welcome dear CTM, Competent Toastmasters and Advanced Leader Silver. Effective Coaching Level 2. Mike, over to you, Mike.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you for the kind words. Terrific Thursday evening to everyone, and especially to Toastmaster Margaret. It is my pleasure to evaluate your speech titled, Look Who is Speaking. Now, I would like to commend Toastmaster Margaret for her inspiring story. She started by asking questions. How many of us has been told by the VP to take part in contests? Then she plunged into her story. She was completely self-assured with her virtual audience, that's us. Her spoken language was clear and is easily understood. Her vocal variety, she also excelled in using the tools of the tone, speed, and volume. She enhanced her speech with fully integrated her physical gestures, her hand gestures as a tools to convey her emotion and message. She also engaged us, the virtual audience, and threw us a question and paused and waited for our reply and response and reaction. Kudos to that. There was also an impressive ending with those pictures. Like they say, a picture worth 1,000 words. Well done to that, Toastmasters Margaret. Now, please espouse my humble opinion and suggestion that I hope could make your future speeches more interesting and more effective and captivating. See, it is crucial to look good and sound good when presenting online. Probably you might want to consider to have a clean and clear background to mitigate the unnecessary distraction and compromise your features, your body, and your hand gestures. Eye contact. It seems it would be nice if you can focus your attention on the audience and in the middle of the screen. Try to look in the middle of the screen rather than you kept looking to the left of the screen for some reason. Probably I assume that you're reading from the script, which is on the left. But of course, without this recommendation, her strongest point was she appeared completely at ease with the virtual audience, that's us. She excelled in using her tone, speed, and volume as a tools. She used personal stories, which was memorable, heartwarming, and relatable, especially the acronym DTM. In summary, here is an inspiring story by Toastmasters Margaret. It could have been improved if she could remove that background totally to enhance her features of body movement and her gestures. Focus her eyes contact in the middle of the screen. Well done. She ended her project with 7 minutes, 26 seconds, and her speech met the purpose statement. Thank you once again, and I wish you all the best in your next project and future endeavor. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Mike, for evaluating Margaret's speech. What a captivating evaluation. The final evaluator evaluating Cindy Gann's speech is visiting from resource speakers and Geckoville Toastmasters clubs. She believes that learning is a gift and wants to share her knowledge to inspire others to learn and grow together. Let's welcome Dynamic Leadership Level 4, Bridget Lee. Over to you, Bridget.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Romania. A fantastic evening to fellow Toastmasters and guests, and especially to you, Cindy. Cindy is not here now, but okay, I will proceed on to give my evaluation for Cindy's speech tonight. What I love about her speech tonight is, as it is prepared speech, tonight Cindy has adequately prepared for her speech. She told me that she has work that she will delay and she might not make it for tonight. But tonight, her speech is well prepared with her opening that she explains to us that there is all of us have differences and differences is inevitable. Then she shared with us the story, her own personal story about the conflict that she encountered, and she wrapped it up with a conclusion that she resolved it and reconcile with herself, reconcile with herself that she have a peace of mind at the end of the resolutions. Well done for that. For her delivery, I have to commend Cindy, as she is a confident speaker. She can, as tonight that she's busy, she can deliver her speech anywhere, literally anywhere. And she is from that we can see that she's a dedicated speaker. Didn't give up last minute and still proceed on with her speech. And tonight her delivery is calm and collected. With her speaking venue, she still delivered it with a good pace, good pauses, and good vocal variety. Now I move on to the area of improvements. Tonight, Cindy's speech is about delivering her strategies to address the conflict and resolving conflict. She met her purpose or speech objective. However, I would like her to come to the conclusion faster. She used a majority of time to share her story, and she only take 1 or 2 minutes to do a conclusions. So therefore, I recommend that she have a stronger call of actions. She can encourage all of us to be bold to clear our conflicts. Tonight is not about misunderstanding. So the conclusion about Hong Kong coffee didn't really convince me that much. Tonight is about conflict resolution. It's about clearing the disagreement and clashes. So I would like to have a more stronger call of actions that okay, she encouraged us to be bold to solve our conflicts, that we all should stand up and let the other party understand our stand, and then it will result in more peace of mind. So my conclusion is Cindy is a confident and dedicated speaker, and she can deliver her speech no matter what, anywhere, and she can consider to come to conclusion faster and with stronger call of actions. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Bridget Lee. Moving up, our espoused language evaluator today is from Breakthrough Toastmasters Club. He evaluates without pride or prejudice, without discrimination or deceit, but with fairness and fascination, with poise, patience, and passion, Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome distinguished Toastmaster John C.
Thank you,
Dear
Linda.
John, over to you.
Thank you, Linda. Good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. Miss President, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. His Holiness, the Dalai Lama shared, the roots of all goodness lie in the soil of appreciation. And as for me, a person who feels appreciated will always do more than what is expected. That's me. So for me, I want to exceed my expectation in my evaluation tonight because Helen Keller reminded us, alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. So we feed off of each other, the energy, the excitement, the enthusiasm. And I feel those energy, the excitement, and the enthusiasm. And Lao Tzu said, the truth is not always beautiful, nor beautiful words the truth. So be careful. Just like President, I love Sister Act, and I love Whoopi Goldberg as well. But my dear friends, in communication, some of you have high IQ. Some of you have high EQ. Some of you, liak bo Q. Some of us use more of your left brain. Some of us use more of our right brain. Some of us don't even use our brain. That's why Portugal always say, use your brain, use your brain, use your brain. So which category do we belong to? Linda said, wasted days and wasted nights. And she also said, it's now or never. And I love these beautiful songs. You can see that Linda and I, we are from the same era, you know. So we are same, auntie and uncle together. And I like that, Linda. Christine, chili one. It's epizeuxis. You repeated chili one. At first, I didn't get it. But after your repetition, I got it finally. It's called epizeuxis. So when you drum it in with repetition, we eventually understand. And you said, uncle should say, do you want chili? And then it just dawned in on me. It was Singlish. Singlish, as you described, lazy way of speaking. Totally agree with you. We always use shortcut in Singlish. Christine, you're entertaining. I was very entertained by you. Your style, simplicity, clarity, fluidity. Christine, you're phenomenally impressive. Love your style. Let's give her our appreciation. Thank you, Christine. I was entertained. Then we have Kevin, the pastor. First you said 3, then you corrected yourself. 3 children, nice. I like that because that's what Toastmasters is. When you realize you make a mistake, you correct it straight away. And you use a lot of mutual communication, a lot of respect. This is what he says, alliteration, a repetition of a lot of. My girlfriend, my current wife, my only wife. Anaphora, epistrophe, plus together, simplocy. Just listen to the beauty of his language. My girlfriend, my current wife, my only wife. So repetition on my, repetition on wife. So when you repeat the first word in a sentence, repeat the last word in the sentence, you put together anaphora, repetition of the first word, epistrophe, repetition of the last word. You add together, it becomes simplocy. And not many people can do that. And tonight, Kelvin, you used it so beautifully, so effectively well. We discussed, we argued, we fully concluded. Tried anaphora. We tried 3 ways. Discussed, argued, concluded. Then Kevin shined with honor and splendor with his faithfulness. I like the word faithfulness that he drums in. Beautiful. You're a good husband. I cannot marry you, but I can join you. Margaret, yes, I will win this one. This is what positive affirmation is all about. So when you put positive thoughts in your mind, your action will come up positive. This is body language epitomized from the words that you use. I like that because I always use body language to say the body controls the mind also controls the body. And you hit the nail on the head when you shared that. Wow, they really know their stuff. This wow is not Singlish, it's an exclamation. And she used the wow a few times quite effectively. I love Singlish, so I like it also. But her wow is not actually Singlish, but it was an exclamation. Dazzled, shine, and glittered is triad. 3 words to describe something. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Anaphora, repetition of did you know? More inspired, more power. Anaphora, more. Multiply, multiply, multiply is epizeuxis. When you repeat one word a few times, we multiply. Rehearse until you can hear it in your sleep. I love this phrase the most. You rehearse until you can hear it in your sleep. Extra encouragement is alliteration, EE. Then Margaret used an acronym DTM. Do you still remember what DTM is? Can somebody tell me what is Margaret's DTM? Anyone, please?
Decided.
D for decided. T as a decision, actually. D for decision. T. Can't remember.
Take action.
No, T. Take action, is it? Take action is 2 words. Margaret, correct or wrong? Correct. What is M?
For take action.
Take action, right? T, right? M is what?
Make magic.
Make magic. That's right. So very good. Only Eric remembers. So he's the one who is listening. Actually, I forgot. That's why I asked. So Eric, thank you for helping me out.
Because
Margaret,
he's DTM, so he remembers.
I'm also DTM, but I don't remember. So it's a good DTM. I'm a bad DTM because I don't talk much. Margaret, as usual, you glimmered, you shimmered, and you shine tonight. You charming, candid, and comical. Tried alliteration. Cindy's introduction. Charming, candid, comical. Cindy, appalling proposition. I love the word appalling. Heated words were exchanged. The pronunciation of exchanged, very nice. Coffee or tea is this black and this brown and black thing, right? So it's a contrast. And she used rhyme, stimulating and enticing. Table topics. Linda said stimulating and enticing. Beautiful rhyme talking about the table topic session. Gordon, excuse me. Then we have Kiki. Eric Tan said interesting and exciting. Very good rhyme. Table topic speakers, Kiki, pain and sweetness. And that is oxymoron, pain and sweetness of spending money. Talking about spending money, which is painful and sweet at the same time. So it's oxymoron. 2 words put together, but it's extremely opposite. Beautiful use of language. Eric, my other brother, other half. What is this? Then Linda say your sister-in-law lah. I love that, Linda. You came in at the right time. Yeah, sometimes must wake them up a little bit, Eric. Arisa said, our life is so short. You see, the word so, when you lengthen it, it becomes so beautifully done because it's so short. If you live up to 100, it's still so short. So that's what language is. You know how to use it to your advantage. So sometimes you got to drag a little bit. Sometimes you got to pause a little bit. And her so was very beautifully done. Rominia, the word of the evening. Rominia used the word espouse 2 times. Christine espoused each other's uniqueness. Christine 2 times. Margaret 2 times. Keith 1 time. Mike 1 time. I do not know who else used it. If you used it and I missed it, I'm sorry. Those of you who used it and I heard it, thank you very much. In my microscopic minute this evening, let's zoom in on this word. I'll share with you this word and you help me to pronounce this word. Ken? How do you pronounce this word? Anybody, please?
Mandatory.
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 Okay. First time, I think it was, I don't know who, it's not mandatory. It's never mandatory. It's two ways of pronouncing, whether British or American pronunciation. British pronunciation is both on the first syllable. It's mandatory, British. America is mandatory. So America is Tory, British put together mandatory. So either mandatory or mandatory is acceptable. In my case, I love both of them. So it's never mandatory. It's mandatory or mandatory. My dear fellow Toastmasters, my favorite tennis player, my idol, is Rafael Nadal. And Nadal advises, more than anything, believe that you can win. This is what Margaret also shared with us. When you believe, you will win. So believe that you can win. It is this attitude that I love about him. And he said, I play each point like my life depends on it. And I take this to heart because each time I do a language evaluation, I take it as my life depends on it, because I want to be able to share so that all of you will take home something, to learn something from me from that evaluation. And my dear fellow evaluators, speak in such a way that others love to listen to you, and listen in such a way that others love to speak to you. As you know, it's from Toastmasters International. Who said it is still anonymous, but I still love this quotation. As an evaluator, if you light a lamp for someone else, it will also brighten your path, says Buddha. Kiara, sharp, concise, and powerful evaluation. That was what our Toastmaster of the evening said about you. Kiara, I'm sorry, I came in late, so I didn't hear your evaluation, just the last part. Not memorized, but internalized. That is rhyme. Not memorized, but internalized. Keith said, information tells, stories sells, rhyme as well. Let us feel the pain and happiness. Again, it's oxymoron. Pain, happiness. Trials to testimony, TT, alliteration. And Eric said he sounds more like me. Of course, he's my brother. And yes, I love the evaluation that Keith did tonight. It's getting better and better each time. By the way, if you still do not know, Keith is our incoming president of the club. Keith, I hope you don't mind. I spill the beans. I hope you can take the challenge and be our next president, because I love listening to you. Linda, perceptive and penetrative. I like that. I don't know penetrate, but perceptive and penetrative is a rhyme. PP, also alliteration. Mike, plunged into her story. I love the word plunged, like diving in. Reply, response, reactions, RRR, try it, alliteration. Clean and clear background, CC, is alliteration. And Mike pronounced this word very well. I love it when he said memorable. I love it when he said gestures, very nicely pronounced. Bridget said wrap it up with a conclusion. The way she said it, right? 3 words together, wrap it up, very nice. That's called fluidity, wrap it up, very nice. Dedicated speaker, talking about our speaker. Calm and collected, CC, alliteration. In giving my recommendations, I'm reminded by the peace-loving Mahatma Gandhi, who said this. Gandhi said, hate the sin, love the sinner. Yes, I hate your mistakes, but I love you, my fellow Toastmasters. And according to Saint Mother Teresa, kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless. And our evaluators this evening were kind, they were great. Tonight, there's only one particular area that I like to bring out, and that area is the TH. Throw you a challenge rather than throw you a challenge. TH is throw. Quick thinking rather than thinking. Quick thinking. Today's theme is a TH sound. That's the only thing I pick up. The rest, perfect. So tonight's meeting is almost perfect. My dearest Toastmasters. Everyone is my teacher tonight. Some I seek, some I subconsciously attract. Often I learn simply by observing others. Some may be completely unaware that I'm learning from them, yet I bow deeply in gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The mega successful Bill Gates said, surround yourself with people who challenge you, teach you, and push you to be your best self. And tonight, I'm surrounded by these people. You, my dear AIA Toastmasters members and guests, you are the great people that challenge me, that push me to be my best self. And tonight, I'm doing exactly that. In conclusion, Andrew Carnegie said this, can I invite Kiki, who invited me for tonight's meeting, to help us to read this, because this is a beautiful quotation. Kiki, please.
Sure, thank you, John. You are what you think, so just think big, believe big, act big, work big, give big, forgive big, laugh big, love big, and live big. By Andrew Carnegie.
Beautifully
Back to you,
read, Kiki.
John.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. God bless. I love you all. Good nighty.
Thank you, John. Indeed, with poise, patience, and passion. Wow, John makes learning so entertaining and enticing. Simon Sinek says, the goal is not to be perfect at the end. The goal is to be better tomorrow. The English language is a work in progress, so let's have fun with it and do and apply the learning in our next speech. Over to you, Romania.
Thank you, Linda, and thank you, John. So we will have a polling. So timer Sandra, can you please announce the timing for each evaluator?
Kiara is 3 minutes 7 seconds. Keith is 3 minutes 15 seconds. Mike 3 minutes 1 second. Bridget 4 minutes 7 seconds. All qualified except Bridget.
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. Let us now vote for our favorite evaluator. Okay. Okay, the poll has ended. Now, our next segment, A counter. The purpose of the A counter is to note any overused words or filler sounds used as a crutch. Words may be inappropriate grammar, such as la, le, well, so, but, you know, and the list goes on. He is a 3 times AIA Prestige Club qualifier. He is known within the club as a helpful member and beyond the club. He is known for his pathways trainings. He strongly believes that the A counter role is the one of the most essential, yet underrated role in every club meeting. And he's doing his best to change that within the club. So don't play. Oops, pause fillers. Please welcome our A counter of this evening, distinguished Toastmaster Eric Tan, to report his evaluations. Over to you, Eric.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Club President, Division Director, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished Toastmasters. Thank you for staying here till this part of the segment. My R counter report will be different. my R counter report will be something that I hope many of you, especially for those of you who are visiting our club, to take away and hopefully to apply to your club as well. You see, I have been around for quite a number of years. And one of the things that I noticed is this R counter role, specifically this R counter role, has always been underrated, underestimated, underappreciated. So much so in the sense that especially when the meeting overruns, this role will be sacrificed. It will be dispensed. And when we dispense with this role, we are actually doing our members and ourselves a disservice. This is something that I am very passionate about, and I'm actively trying to advocate that it is important and imperative for us to take the R counter role and the R counter reporting seriously. In our quest to be better as a speaker, we strive to achieve three things. We strive to be confident, we strive to connect, we strive to be credible. And if in our course of delivering our speeches, we have a lot of pause fillers and word fillers, we will not be seen as confident, we will not be able to connect, we will not be perceived as confident. Now, here's the question that we have to ask ourselves. What are fillers? Many of us here in this room, we have been R counters, but rarely have I seen the R counter explain what are filler words or what are fillers. In linguistics, a filler is a sound or word that participants in a conversation use to signal that they are pausing to think, but they have not finished speaking. These are what we call fillers. It could be a sound, it could be a word. We have to ask ourselves, why do we have fillers? Number one, it could be to collect our thoughts. Number two, it could be we are speaking on a difficult and unfamiliar topic. Number three, we are lack of confidence because probably we did not prepare well, probably we did not rehearse well, probably we did not make full use of the stage. Hence, we have this lack of confidence. And of course, finally, we are trying to search for the right words. Some may say we are trying to search for an appropriate word for the appropriate setting. For example, basically, I could eat ice cream for any meal. Do we really need to use the word basically? We could simply say, I could eat ice cream for any meal. So basically, it's a word filler. Could you just send me that file when you have a moment? Could you send me that file when you have a moment? We don't need the just. I don't think you want to go that way. You see, there's a lack of confidence here. I don't think you want to go that way, as opposed to, I don't think you want to go that way. You notice the difference in confidence? And finally, this sounds like it maybe possibly could be a violation. This is a violation. So how we say things may be interpreted differently by the recipients. That is why we are trying to minimize pause and word fillers. Not so much to eradicate them fully, because no man is perfect, but what we try to do day by day in every meeting, we strive to minimize the pause and the word fillers, to let us be confident, to let us be credible, to let us connect with our audience. So I will not go into the reporting in the sense that to tell you, okay, how many R's you have, how many ERBs you have. I don't think that is highly effective. What I'm going to do is basically to share with you what I have noticed. For the appointment holders, like the SAA, you know, at the very beginning, you could sense the SAA's uncertainty, that nervousness, because she's doing it for the first time. And kudos to you, Ariel. You did a very good job as the SAA tonight. And because of that nervousness, you'll notice she'll say something like, okay, so good evening, everyone. Okay, so welcome, everyone. Okay, so that is a word filler. You notice that our Toastmaster of this, Linda said, all right, all happy days. All right, it's not a word filler. It is an exclamation. All right, all happy days. And Toastmaster of the day, Linda, I believe it was Linda or Romania, say, just say yes, yes, yes. When you repeat a word for emphasis, if there is context, and this is what I learned from the great John C. If there is context, it's called epizeuxis. It's a rhetorical device. If it's without context, or in the absence of context, and you repeat a word, then that word will be a word filler. Okay? And of course, Toastmaster, they will say, next up. And a lot of times when our lips are getting too dry, we will have this, what we call lip smacking. You know, that sound. You do it once or twice is okay, but if you're consistently doing it, okay, it could be distracting. So this is some of the things that we need to take note. For our club president, so when she comes up, she was also a bit uncertain. Zoom master, can we do this? You are the club president. You are the host of this meeting. Without you, we cannot start the meeting. So be confident. Zoom master, let's have the video. Straight away, go into it. And then president was saying, and was humming the whole day. Again, the lip smacking. Now, if you find that you have that, you could consider drinking some water or, swallowing that saliva or wet your lips a little so that you prevent yourself from having that effect. Okay? For your consideration. Speaker one, chili one. Again, this is already explained by the language evaluator. It's not a word filler. It is epizeuxis, repeating a word or phrase for emphasis. But then when the speaker was saying, as she goes along, she said the uncle lowered his voice, his eyes. So she tried to correct herself. Notice, wherever there is inconfidence or there's a display of a lack of confidence, you will notice, or we will all notice, that there will be pause or word fillers. So be confident. Even if you say something wrong, just proceed, go ahead with it. Okay, because the audience will not be able to catch. All right. Speaker number two, faithfulness. Faithfulness is the key. Always have two-way communication. These are not word fillers. These are epizeuxis, emphasis, repeating a word for emphasis. Speaker three, it will be fun. Wow, they really know their stuff. Hey, they are champions, right? Wow, who's that? A lot of exclamation. This speaker has a lot of exclamation. She is exclaiming her speech. So, nevertheless, incorporating of exclamation is good because sometimes it wakes the audience up. Then suddenly the audience wake up. Oh, okay. Then they will follow. So you need to have that. That is where the vocal variety comes in. Okay? And in the table topics, our first participant, again, the uncertainty. And she said, I could never experience. So she repeated that because she wasn't that sure of herself. But then you will notice that after she composed herself, the whole delivery was very eloquent, was very smooth. It was brilliant. Okay? And similarly for some of the other participants, I'm sure that my happiness depends on myself. I'm sure my happiness depends on myself. Toast a table topic master. It's okay, Toastmaster. Okay, back to you, Toastmaster. Because he is a Toastmaster. Regardless of his position, he is a Toastmaster. So be confident about it. Okay? Evaluators. Okay, through, the screen. You see, this is what I observe, okay, especially in eloquent speakers, because sometimes they get stuck, or rather they speak faster than their train of thought. And what happened is they will have this, through, the screen. It's just an expression that they tend to do it, okay? But that's why sometimes it is advisable to slow down your delivery and pace yourself. Okay? Tremendous clarity. Epigeuxis. Something. Okay? Please espouse. Okay? So you don't need, please espouse. I will proceed on. Reconcile with yourself. Okay. When you get too nervous, especially when the time is going to rate, forget about the time. Deliver with confidence, deliver with clarity, deliver with a sense of certainty. That makes a difference. Forget about the time. You know you have overtime, but what you want to do at the end of the day, especially for eventers, is to give the best feedback you can to your speakers. Okay, so these are all the pause fillers that I've heard. So this is the R-Counter reporting sheet. Essentially, this reporting sheet doesn't mean anything. The most important thing is we need to know why do we have fillers, how do we reduce them, and what can we expect when we reduce them effectively. So E.B. White said it the best. There isn't any thought or idea that can't be expressed in a fairly simple, decorative sentence, or in a series of fairly simple, decorative sentences. My dear friends, do treasure your R-Counter. And if you want to know more how to be an efficient, effective R-Counter, please attend Master John C's R-Counting workshop. I'm being very honest. Whatever that I've done here is just the tip of the iceberg. He is the master. He will share with you more insights on this. So I hope you guys benefit from this R-Counter report. With that, back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Eric. So remember, let's be confident so we can be aware and challenge ourselves to eliminate our pause fillers. Now, it's the time for the announcement segment. I hand it over to our VPE and Motivational Strategies Level 2, Kiki Tai. Over to you, Kiki.
Thank you, Romania. Yes, and we will have our NFNF meeting on Thursday, 2 weeks from today, and it's going to be at noon. So please do come in to mark your calendars and come in, say 11:45. Be great time to catch up, and do schedule your speaking slots in the Google Drive. And I just wanted to encourage Kevin, who is also working with me to complete the schedule for NFMF. So if he approach you, please do say yes to him, okay? To fulfill all the roles, and he's doing a wonderful job. Number 2, and we will have our May chapter meeting, second Thursday of May at night at 7 p.m. So those are the 2 regular meetings that we have. NFNF will be to our AIA colleagues, and the May chapter meeting will be open to all. Really look forward to meeting you guys in 2 weeks' time. And the next segment will be happy birthday. I'll hand it to our Toastmaster of the day, Romania.
Right, okay, we are having birthday celebration for Vivian, Jaxia, and Ramu. As far as I know they are not in the room. Nonetheless, members, do send our wishes to them in our chat. All right, so let's move on to the presentation of the awards. Let me invite our club president, Francis, back onto the spotlight. Francis, please. And our Zoom master, we need you to show us the slides to announce the winners. Ready? Congratulations and celebration. Come on. Yeah. Slides.
Yeah. Okay.
Coming.
So the best prepared speech speaker tonight goes to.
I can't see.
Never mind, we will just spotlight the.
Oh, it's a surprise. We just spotlight the winner, is it? Okay, that's
and
great.
the winner goes to.
Here she
Christine,
is.
congratulations.
Yes. Come on, just smile.
By the way, this is only the second speech Christine has done at our meeting, right? Fantastic, fabulous. Well done, well done.
Okay, look into the camera.
Fabulous.
Kiki is going to take the picture. 1, 2, 3. Done.
Thank you. Let's move on. Well
Okay.
done, Christy.
我要小辣。
小辣.
Next one.
Is the best table topic, is it?
Right. The best table topic speaker
this evening goes to.
I have to check my account.
She's here.
Huh?
Oh, it's Kiki.
Oh, it's Kiki. Okay.
Wow, thank you, everybody. Okay, I'll take picture too. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Yay.
Why am I here?
Thank you.
I should not be spotlighted. Okay, yeah, let's move on.
Our best evaluator goes
to Keith, the one with the encouraging smile.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations.
Keith, I try to smile to match yours.
No fight lah, you. The mouth bigger than yours.
The cheeks very tired.
Romina, you got to look into the camera. 1, 2, 3.
Well done.
Okay.
Come, let's take another one. Come on.
Okay, let's take another one.
We'll take with her.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Ravinia.
Over to you, Francis, for the closing address.
Okay. Right. Thank you. A big thank you to all our evaluators today.
No.
No? Definitely a big thank you. Yeah. Big thank you to our evaluators today. John, always entertaining, always exceeding expectation. And thank you to all our appointment holders for making this meeting a success. Eric, that was a fantastic, detailed, a very different R counter you have done for us today. And you set a new benchmark for R counters. And I think credit partly also goes to John for his teaching. Thank you all for spending the eve of public holiday with AIA Toastmasters. And I hope you guys are happy, had a happy day with us today. And do drop by again. We have our chapter meeting every second Thursday evening. And have a good weekend ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Club President. I know you have another meeting to run to. However, those of us who are able to remain for fellowship, do remain for fellowship, and especially Romania, she has remedial class. I have a remedial class with her for her singing lessons.
It's the scarf. I loosen up, maybe it will change.
Those who are able to stay can stay back with, can accompany Romania.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Kiara. Thank you to all of you.
Thank you, John, and
kids.
your bready brunch. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Talking about that, we have IT.
Wonderful to have IT and Keith also, because Keith from Breakthrough Toastmasters Club. Hey, where are they, huh?
Keith,
your
the other The other team, the other two ladies, are they still here?
No,
Oh,
I
no,
think
no
they dropped
longer.
already. Yeah.
All right.
No longer
I
with
think
us.
how can we get your contact? I think the three of them are from AIA. They are FSCs from AIA. Can we get your contact? I think.
Yeah, sure.
We get from John, or would you like to put it on the chat?
What you need from me?
Your contact number and your email. You can PM me, private message me. Okay.
Congratulations, Keith, for taking on the baton. We'll see more of you. Look forward to seeing more of you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Margaret.
And you have two lovely children. Where's the baby? I saw the head just now.
Oh yeah, I have three. Three.
Three. Wow. Okay. So you and Keith have a lot in common.
You mean Kevin? Are you?
Sorry, Kevin. Yes, yes, I meant Kevin.
Yes. K and K, KL and KL.
The K brothers.
Yeah, the K brothers. Not the righteous brothers. Huh?
You know, latest news, our political scene, we have a new leader in the 4G government. Do you know who?
Are we looking at him?
Lawrence Wong.
Lawrence Wong, yeah.
Ah,
I think it's a good choice. I like him.
he speaks well.
Yeah. I think I was telling my
Calm and
daughter just now.
composed.
My daughter told me, then I told my daughter, I think because of the COVID, he was the one who ride through it all, you know. It was the COVID that made him popular. So just because of COVID, one person become new leader. Not bad, huh? Well, the rest so quiet.
Plus the touching moment that he shared reading the parliament. Yeah. So that also I think capture our Singaporeans. When he gave the speech to thank those healthcare workers, if you all can remember.
Yep.
Okay. I think I sent you, send you earlier. Did you see it? Okay, hold on. Wasted days and wasted nights. Of course, our time here is not wasted. Let me see. Where did it go?
You're right. I have learned a lot today. And you know, what's my biggest takeaway for today, Linda? I have to think big so I can win big as well. So really
Start your contest journey.
Yeah, so I have to DTM, decide.
DTM, work on your DTM.
Yes.
Espouse the DTM. Right, John?
Correct.
And I remember there is a saying that you should surround like yourself with positive people.
Yeah.
So if you're surrounded with wise and good speakers, you will be the next good speaker. So
You need
we could
to
start
have
having
coffee.
Spot on.
You should be having coffee with John. Then he will impart a lot of things to you.
You know, I think when you come to this meeting, you learn a lot because I always come back to AIA at the end of the day because if I want to get inspiration, I want to get positive vibes, I come to the club. And every time I come, I always feel very good. So Keith, I recommend you to this club because I want you to feel that vibe as well. Keith, do you feel it? Say yes.
Yeah, feel it, man.
Or we can always go over to Breakthrough and invigorate the crowd there, right?
Yeah.
Also, yes.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, maybe let's hear from I think. Is this your first time attending a Toastmasters meeting? Yeah, I think over to you. Is this the first time?
Yeah, it's the first time, yeah.
Okay. Are you aware that in AIA, we have this club in AIA? Are you aware?
No.
You're not aware, all right. So our VPPR must take note. There isn't enough publicity.
Romania, take note.
Yes, we'll do something about it so that everyone will be aware. Yeah.
So if I may ask, what I mean, how does John know you? Are you what, former colleagues or something?
We went dating lah. They asked her to come lah.
You date three ladies. You date three ladies just to bring them here.
Three in one, you know, steady, right? Huh.
Okay, well, he's John. He's not Kevin, so it's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, when you say you eat together, you become stronger in relationship. So we went for dinner together, the four of us, and then that's it.
Okay.
That's the time we do the selling.
All right. So I think, would you like to share with us your experience this evening?
Honestly, I don't know what is actual the meeting is about.
Okay.
Yeah, when you come in, there is a different speaker, then hearing the story. So also learn how they speak in front of the camera, because for myself, I'm not used to talk to people in front of the camera. Yeah, so I still prefer face-to-face meetup, face-to-face meeting. Yes,
right.
but this Zoom meeting, I not really feel comfortable, especially when I talk to the screen. Like I talk to myself inside a room, or I don't know whether on the screen they are listening to me or not. So every time it asks me to talk in front of the camera, I will like to finish it very fast, very quickly. So that's why just now my speech is just a few seconds.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm still not used to speak in front of the camera.
Yes, that's true. We are all getting used to it. After 2.5 years of training, we kind of like get used to it. And then what about the evaluation part? Since this is your first time attending a Toastmasters meeting, to hear that every single speech is being evaluated, how do you feel?
It's very good to improve individual skill. Yeah, it's also learning how to evaluate the person to speak. I think it's very good, which is like also learn and learn from all the seniors here lah. Yeah,
all right.
It's very helpful. Yes, yeah.
Yes. Normally in time past, whenever we speak, maybe in your agency, you speak and then you ask your colleagues, how did I do? How was my speech? Most people are that, good lah, very good. That's all they can tell you. They can't really break it down like the way we learn how to evaluate speeches, how we break down and tell the speaker what are his strengths. You see, some people, they are good in certain things, but they didn't know that those are strengths. So the evaluator can break it down and then tell you, okay, you did this is excellent, because with that, the audience can understand, they can follow you simply. And also the recommendation. So this is really a platform for us to learn to be better speakers, especially now. By the way, how long have you joined AIA already?
This month is 1 year and 6 months.
Oh, 1 year and 6 months.
Yeah.
So you came in the thick of COVID.
Yes. Starting of COVID.
That means you're born using the camera, I must say. You came in and
I think yes.
Okay. But till now you're still not used to the cameras, not used to speaking online?
No, I still prefer face-to-face.
Okay, so I'm sure you're very glad now with the new measures. We are opening up.
Yes.
That's wonderful. So the other two are also your colleagues. Are they as new as you in AIA?
Okay, or for the Yin Ting is more senior. She's about 5 years this
okay.
year. Evelyn is very new. Evelyn is about 4 months.
Evelyn.
Yep. Evelyn.
All right.
4
Okay.
months. Yeah.
Okay. So what did John say that motivates the three of you to come and attend tonight's meeting?
I'm always very support John because I enjoy his talk very much. Yeah, I even sign out his coaching. I mean, for the speech, for the classes. Yes, I will always support him. Yes, he very inspired, and the energy that really make me want to have that kind of energy like him.
All right. So he's your coach.
No, actually, he very kind. Only it's very unique. The first time we met, we really connect very well to each other. Yeah. So he shared about his story and share about his career in AIA. So we really like old friends after first met. So in fact, we know each other less than a year.
In AIA?
Yes. No, it's one of the meetup group.
I see. Okay.
Was it love at first sight?
I can't say love at first sight. Like, it's only that connections to connect us. Like, it's very funny. I mean, it's very strange. Yeah, it's connection.
Got the 放电 John, any old house 放电
Actually, I connect with everyone. Really.
That I agree.
Really?
Yeah.
Very thankful to him. He
But
teach
because
me a lot.
I think it's a person who is very open to ideas and all that. Yeah. I'm quite sad when someone tell her that she will not make it in AIA. I said, go to hell with that guy. He doesn't understand you. So when a person judges another person, I really don't like it because I don't think we have the right to judge. Everybody is a good person. So we just have to dig out all the dirt to find the gold, the diamond inside. So everybody is a diamond to me.
Yes,
So
well said.
if you find that connection there, then eventually when the diamonds start to shine, you get the bright light as well. So I think it's one of those diamonds that I've absorbed the light from. So it's two ways. And this lady is from Malaysia, and she's in Singapore for so many years, working in Singapore. So that is something I respect a lot. Just like Arisa, like that, all the way from Thailand, come to Singapore and work, leave the whole family behind. It takes a lot of guts, takes a lot of commitment, and I respect that a lot.
Yes. So persevere on, yes, definitely. Oh, diamond in the making.
Romania, get John's contact, then invite him back often. Okay. And hopefully in the midst of it, you can also learn something from him. Definitely you will learn something from him.
Folks, I forgot on the 30th of this month, I'm doing a talk on sex, politics, and religion for Singapore International Toastmasters Club. Linda is laughing. Linda, some people will say, don't talk about sex, don't talk about politics, don't talk about religion. I think we should learn how to talk about it in Toastmasters. So especially for Toastmasters, it's going to be an open forum. That means to say all of you are invited to say something. I'll do a short introduction, half an hour to 45 minutes. Then we have a whole 1.5 hours to discuss about this topic. So I want to invite all of you to come and share your ideas in these three topics, particularly sex, politics, and religion. What do you all think?
Do they have the EDM? I remember seeing like a EDM or a poster, right? On this.
That one was supposed to be last year, so that one was cancelled.
Oh, okay.
And this year we have another one. So the EDM is being prepared. Once it's done, I'll forward it to you all. So come and support. Okay.
Do send to us, then we will definitely get our club members to visit.
Come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That time we
thought it
missed
sounds
the
familiar,
counter workshop. That one.
Yeah.
I wanted to go, but that one was really, really good.
You don't need to come lah. You can teach already lah, bro.
No lah, I still have a lot to learn. I mean, for all the other members, I think it's good for them to go to this workshop of yours and to benefit from it.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that they need. So Romania, just do because you are the upcoming VPPR, do get all the context of everybody and then from there follow up with them. Okay?
Yes, will do.
I think we will reach out to you. We just invite you to our future meetings. You do just come in and observe, right? When you feel that, yeah, this is a program or this is the community that you would like to be part of, we warmly welcome you. You know, when I first started my Toastmasters journey in 2011, the one of the important things that I realized that stood out in Toastmasters community is it is a bunch of very positive people. You see, Toastmasters are basically, okay, not basically, Toastmasters are seeking self-improvement. We want to be able to speak better. We want to use appropriate words in our speeches. We want to eliminate false feelers. So we're a bunch of people who are seeking self-improvement. So it's very positive and it's a very vibrant environment. This is the one thing that stood out when I joined Toastmasters back then, not only in our club, even as I move around in other clubs, I just noticed very positive vibes.
Totally agree. I think just to share with you, when I joined Toastmasters, I don't even have any friends from any of them, and I don't even know them, and I hardly can speak. And I'm really very shy person. It just doesn't show maybe now. But the group, it's helping you to become really a better speaker. And they are very forgiving. You know, even though you make some mistakes, they will encourage you to do more mistakes so you can be better. But they will not judge you. So it's a good place, especially to improve ourselves. So hopefully we can see you you can join us.
Folks, Yin Ting I see her as a future Christine. Yin Ting from China also. So she's quite shy. And if you guys can groom her to be like Christine, wow, that's what I hope it will happen. And Evelyn is a lecturer. So Evelyn can speak very well. Her English is very powerful and just didn't speak tonight. So if you can give Evelyn in as well, both of them are tokong. I think also very tokong, and she knows a lot of things, but it's just that she don't want to say, right? These people are very knowledgeable. So I'm sure these three ladies, when you recruit them, when you groom them, they'll be future champions. That's what I love to see, especially when you talk about home club AIA, because if I can join, I will still want to join AIA, but cannot, I'm not there anymore.
John, during your days at AIA, the club was not formed yet, yeah? No,
not yet. Only after I left, then the club was formed.
But were you already that fluent and efficient in your language when you were an agent?
No, I wasn't. I only recently, the last 10 years or so, that I really picked up the language through listening to y'all.
All right.
So I think listening skills very important to pick up the skills, whether it's speaking skills or language skills.
Yes.
Yeah. So we feed off each other's energy. You know, when we get inspired. I also get inspired by Eric a lot. So when I listen to him, I'm a person who is very picky, and I say, if a person is good, I want to be better. You know, I have that kind of, if I look at one speaker who is good, right, I say I want to be better than the person. So I'll make sure that I become better than the person eventually. So if you have that kind of tickiness from like me like that, right, then you improve no matter whether it's delivery skills or language skills. I look for the best, and I said, if I can be just a little bit better than the best, then I'm the best already. This I learned from AIA one.
John, at this juncture, maybe I like to pick on your brain. All right, the thing that I observe in our club is that when it comes to competition, contest, like what Margaret was saying, Now, contrary to popular belief, people thinking that, oh, AIA, you guys are all salespeople, wow, chong, 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 you know, very that kind, you know, want to win, that kind. But when it comes to contesting, really, our members are not really that serious, I would say. All right, I would say. I observe members of other clubs. See, many of them may have a path that they want to go into public speaking, into to being a life coach, people like that. And winning trophies and winning titles would definitely aid them in their career advancement, being a coach and all that. However, in AIA, I noticed that this is not our priority. Our priority is to do well in our sales.
Yeah.
So yes, we have a couple of people, me included, okay, join contest, not too bad, we win, you know, 1 level, 2 level. And that's it. I see very few really put in that kind of effort and time. You see, it stops there. Club level, area level, like enough. So how can we motivate our members, you know, to want to excel?
Linda, maybe it's not the title they are looking for. It's not being the champion or the world champion of public speaking. They might be motivated by other areas. So what I will motivate them to do is, as sales professionals, presentation skills is a must. I think the same thing. When you become the top agent of your agency, when you become the top agent of AIA, you are invited to go up and speak. Yes. At that time, when you join Toastmasters, it's too late already. So you got to prepare yourself for the time when you become the top. If you are a top salesperson and you're being interviewed by a CNA, for example, are you going to like don't know what to say or you know, when you pick up a table topic skills, when you're already there, you know you can deliver a great job. So it's in preparation for you being that tokong salesperson that you prepare yourself to be. Rather than when you reach there, then you don't have that skill, it's already too late. So Linda, the motivation comes from the fact that we are always preparing for what is to come. So what is your goal in AIA? You want to be top salesperson? Of course, this is what our goal is. But when you reach the top, are you ready to inspire other people to rise to your standards? So inspiration is all about speaking. Motivation is how you motivate people to your level. I mean, we have been inspired by our leaders or great speakers. You know, in AIA, I always listen to, at that time was Fernando's brother, Robert Young. Is always an inspiration to me. The trainers that we bring in to train us, the speakers that we bring in every year to motivate us. You know, when I look at them, I tell them, these are great speakers. I want to rise up to their level. So in itself, it's a motivation. So it's the pulling thing, Linda, rather than the pushing thing. They got to be pulled to want to go up. So they might be inspired by other different kind of motivation rather than just winning medals and winning trophies. It might not be something that motivates them. You got to find out individually what really motivates them, Linda. So different people are motivated differently. So you got to find out what motivates them and inspire them as an individual rather than as a group.
Actually, I agree in the sense that I only recently, because recently I had this, as John, you probably know, right? You attended, like my district, we always organize seminar that I, most often than not, I will be asked to be one of the speakers. Then in the recent one that we have done this year, I didn't know why, but then I suddenly went to listen to all the world champions. For example, Darren Lacrosse, for example, Ed Tate. And the way that they teach, it really helps me in terms of the seminar. For example, Darren Lacrosse was teaching me one of the key strategy was you don't start with good afternoon or good morning. You start with imagine, you know, and then you describe the story. Imagine one day you wake up, the sky was blue, the sun was beautiful, you wake up feeling refreshed, recharged, and then you go on with the story. And then I noticed when I was standing on stage, as I was telling that story, it captivated the audience. So the audience was probably eating and all that, but then when you suddenly tell a story, the people got hooked into it. And that is when I realized that, hey, actually, that is what we learn in prepared speeches. It's just that we did not know when we are applying, when we could apply that. It's easy to evaluate, it's easy to apply evaluation skill, it's easy to apply table topic skills, but it's very difficult to find opportunities to apply your so-called speeches, prepared speeches skills. Yeah. So that is something that I picked up along the way. And now when I am like, when I share with Christine or in terms of mentoring them, right, I share with them the videos of the world champion. Yeah. For example, Ed Tate, the 3 things that Ed Tate taught was breaking the preoccupation, framing the mindset, and jump into the content. He shared that in an MDRT experience. Yeah. So these are all the things that we really need to bring out to our members, which I feel that it will probably let them recognize that why we are doing what we do in the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I need to go. My son is calling me.
Okay. Thanks for
Alright.
all for
everyone.
visiting.
Thank you for
Good
a
night.
lovely chat.
you.
I think really warmly welcome you.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you, John. Welcome, I think. We'll see more of you
Yep.
soon.
Sure. Bye.
Good night.
Good night. Blessed Easter.